Good day everyone, it's me, Laika Gutierrez, and in this tutorial, we'll learn how to determine the radius, the center, and the interval of convergence of a power series using the ratio test. So, our topic is all about the power series and radius and interval of convergence. So why is it important? So power series of convergence is important because it tells us when a power series gives a valid function. And if a power series converge, we can use it to approximate functions, solve equations, and even find derivatives and integrals more easily. So first, let us talk about what is power series. So a power series about A or just power series is any series that can be written in the form power series of C sub n times the quantity of x minus a raised to n, where A, itong A, and C sub n are numbers. And CNs are often called the coefficients of the series. And then, in radius of convergence is if the absolute value of x minus a is less than r, the power series converge. And then, if the absolute value of x minus a is greater than r, the series will diverge. And then, if the absolute value of x minus a is equal to r, it may or may not converge. In general, there are three possibilities that can describe a power series. So as you can see, the first possibility is the series will converge when x is equals to a. And then the second possibility is the series converge for all x. And then the third possibility is for some positive number r, if the absolute value of x minus a is less than r, the series will converge. And if the absolute value of x minus a is greater than r, the series will diverge. Same as this table. For you to easily understand or to easily describe how to get the radius and the interval of convergence. As you can see, if the possible ratio test result is nag-equal siya sa 0, our x values is the first possibility, the series will converge for all x. And then our radius is infinity and the interval of convergence is negative infinity to positive infinity. As you can see, this table will help you to easily understand or to easily describe how to get the radius and the interval of convergence when you get the possible ratio test result. Okay, so let's have an example. Our example is the power series of x raised to n over n factorial. So our formula is limit of n approaches to infinity, u sub n plus 1 over u sub n. So ang ating u sub n plus 1 is equal to, we're just going to add plus 1 to our n. So x raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1 factorial. And then, ang ating u sub n is the original given problem, which is x sub n, x raised to n over n factorial. So, let's solve. So, limit of n approaches to infinity, x raised to n plus 1 over n plus 1 factorial divided by the x raised to n over n factorial. And then next, we are going to distribute. So, limit of n approaches to infinity, the absolute value of x raised to n, since x times raised to n, so x raised to n times x raised to 1 over n plus 1 times n factorial, times the reciprocal of this, kaya naging ganito, so n factorial over x raised to n. And then, simplify, limit of n approaches to infinity, we're just going to cancel this out, so x raised to n factorial and n factorial. So we will get, since this is only 1, so 1 over n plus 1. And then if we substitute the value of infinite to the n, we will get 0. So as we can see in our table, this fits the first possibility na kapag siya ay nag-0, our radius will be infinity and the interval of convergence is negative infinite to positive infinite. So did you understand our first example? Okay, let's have another example. So in this example, power series of x minus 1 raised to n over 3 raised to n. So first, our formula. So we are just going to add plus 1 to the n. We're going to use ratio test. Ratio test. I forgot to mention the ratio test. Okay, ratio test. That's why we get this. Limit of n approaches to infinity. X minus 1 raised to n plus 1 over 3 raised to n plus 1. So, like, nung ginawa natin kanina, limit of n approaches to infinity. Ita times lang natin sa original value, which is x minus 1 over 3 sub n raised. Then, next, we will get limit of n approaches to infinity, distribute, so x minus 1 raised to n, x minus 1 raised to 1 over 3 sub 3 raised to n times 3 times the reciprocal of this, so 3 raised to n over x minus 1 raised to n. And then cancelled out, that's why we will get x minus 1 over 3, which is less than 1. So, since less than 1, we will going to multiply 3. So, to cancel this out, so we will get the absolute value of x minus 1, which is greater than 3, which is ito yung ating magiging radius. And then next, we will add 1 to get the interval of convergence. So, add 1, so magiging negative 2, and then magiging 4. So, we will get this. This will be our interval of convergence and the radius. That's all. I hope that you learn in this video. Again, what are those 3 possibilities that can describe a power series? Okay, correct. So, the first possibility is the series converge when x is equal to a. And then the second possibility is the series converge for all the value of x. And the last possibility is for some positive number r, if the absolute value of x minus a is less than r, the series will converge. And then if the absolute value of x minus a is greater than r, the series will diverge. So I hope that you learn in this video. So if you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more tutorials. Thank you everyone. Goodbye.